Quý vị đang theo dõi chương trình Tài chính của Đài Lưới Trời Sài Gòn TV. Hôm nay chúng tôi có hân hạnh được nói chuyện với lại hai chuyên viên từ chương trình SBA, chương trình tiểu thương cho vay để làm ăn, làm business. Trước khi mà ngừng cho vấn đề mà cho break thì ông Ron có nói là quý vị, những chương trình này quý vị có thể, những người có thể liên lạc thẳng với lại một số những cái resource partners, là những người mà chuyên môn giúp vấn đề những người tiểu thương mở như cơ sở thương mại, hoặc là cho vay nợ, kiếm người vay nợ với lại SBA, hoặc là quý vị liên lạc thẳng với những cái người ngân hàng như là Wells Fargo, hoặc là một số những ngân hàng Bank of America, also Wells Fargo, những hàng nhỏ mà người ta chuyên về vấn đề SBA loan. Chương trình SBA chỉ là chương trình đứng ra để mà guarantee cái loan cho quý vị thôi, người ta không có process the loan, nhưng mà cái cách dễ dàng nhất là quý vị liên lạc thẳng với lại ngân hàng, tức là vô với lại Wells Fargo, Bank of America và nói chuyện thẳng với những người banker là quý vị cần một cái loan với SBA, thì bắt đầu từ đó người ta mới lại tiếp tục cái chương trình loan. Chúng tôi cũng được biết là chương trình SBA có một số những chương trình loan xuất cảng rất là quan trọng mà chúng tôi mời quý vị tiếp tục theo dõi. So you were talking about outside the taping that there are also some special loan programs, especially the export financing.
We're going to talk about those as well in the next session. But we introduced a new program this year, a new working capital pilot program that I think will be very appealing to our businesses.
Are there any other programs in addition to the working capital pilot program?
I'll just mention a couple other things that are good news for this year. Is we're going to continue 0% fees for loans on the 7A side up to $1 million. That could be as much as 2 to 4% of fee that is not going to be charged to you if you get an SBA loan this year. Secondly, we have relaxed our standards on the 504 refinancing. So if you've got some loans out there that have secured your real estate or secured other assets, you should certainly consider a 504 refinance, especially at the rates we're talking about in the 6% range, and sometimes out to as much as 25 years. So that's part of what's coming in, and it's new this year. The other thing is, again, the new working capital program we just talked about. Pellson's going to address that. And the other thing is the continuation of lower interest rates. We went 50 basis points. The Fed reduced rates 50 basis points, which took our prime down from 8.5 to 8. And we're looking at another quarter point perhaps in December, and perhaps as much as 125 basis points next year. That's all going to be reducing the loan payments for the customers on these variable loans.
Thank you. Kính thưa quý vị, ông Ron có nói chuyện là hiện bây giờ chương trình mà rất là hấp dẫn nhất bây giờ là chương trình mà cho vay 504. Tại vì tiền lời bây giờ nó rất là thấp, hiện bây giờ chỉ có là 6.5%. Quý vị cũng biết là quý vị mua nhà bây giờ đó, tiền lời 30 năm cũng đã là 6.5%. Và nhiều người không biết là chương trình SBA loan, những cái chương trình loan program rất là favorable. Cái loan interest rate thì bây giờ chỉ là 6.5%, và cái chương trình, cái term của cái loan là 25 năm, mà cái fee cũng là thấp. Và theo vào đó quý vị cũng biết là trong những tuần sắp tới, cái cơ quan ngân hàng trung ương, tức là cái Federal Reserve, sẽ giảm tiền lời xuống dưới 8%, thì cái loan của SBA sẽ được giảm theo những chương trình loan đó. Ron, so you mentioned the fee that the SBA charge. What's the average, the normal fee that SBA charge on a 504 loan?
A 504 loan is different. There's about a 35 basis points charge on that. It's much lower. But if a 7A, the program where the most volume is where we've taken the biggest reduction, which is where it could be 2% to as much as 4% on the loan amount. That's again 0 up to $1 million right now. So that is our, again, that's
the 504 is only like
504 is less than 50 basis points.
Kính thưa quý vị, chương trình mà 504 loan đó, cái loan fee thì ông Ron có nói là chỉ có khoảng chừng dưới nửa phần trăm. Còn những chương trình loan khác như là 7A loan thì cái loan fee, tại vì cái loan đó nó cao, cho nên cái tiền fee nó khác, nó vary chút xíu, từ nửa chấm cho đến cao hơn. So those are the new programs for the new
Yes,
fiscal year.
yes.
Uh,
And I'd just like to say, I encourage you all to reach out to our offices. My office and Pellson's office, we have a direct line. I get a lot of calls, I got a lot of emails, and we'll give good advice, hopefully, in addition to what the resource partners will give. Sometimes we can we can kind of really look at the landscape and see who is lending to this particular type of next code, and it might help you get a loan faster.
and you have a Vietnamese. The last time I heard you have also Vietnamese speaking specialists working in your office.
In the Small Business Development Center, that's one of our resource partners.
Yeah.
They have the staff, a pretty large staff, and we can help in that regard.
And that's your partner.
That's our partner.
That's the ED.
The Small Business Development Center,
Yeah, EDDC.
SBDC.
Yeah. Kính thưa quý vị, thì ông Ron có nói là một trong những người partner mà làm việc chung với SBA là một cơ quan SDC, Small
SBDC.
SBDC, dạ. Và trong đó có một số người Việt Nam làm việc với lại cơ quan đó, và người ta sẵn sàng hướng dẫn quý vị bằng tiếng Việt về cách làm việc. Thứ nhất là cách mở những cơ sở thương mại, và cái thứ hai là làm sao để mà lấy những cái loan với lại cơ quan SBA. Thank you. So the pilot loan program is so interesting. So that's something new, right? Something new for that.
Yeah.
So can Pellson, can you talk about that?
Sure. I'm very excited to talk about this new program. This is what we call a new pilot program, working capital pilot program. We called it a pilot because this is not a permanent program. This program only lasts for 3 years, so effective from August 1st to this year up until July 31st, 2027. So hopefully that program can become a permanent program if we have more volume on that. That's why we're so interested to talk about this program. Hopefully a lot of bank or maybe small business can utilize our program. The working capital program basically is what happened that when we talk about SBA loan, oftentimes people will talk about term loan. Term loan basically you may finance your own occupied building, maybe equipment. But in terms of line of credit, out in the lending community, not many banks would like to use our SBA program to do the line of credit. So that's why we have this new program. We have a different new feature about this program, try to help the small business and kind of enhance them to get the financing using the line of credit. Mm-hmm.
And you said this program is only like a test.
Sort of like a test, you can
a
kind of say,
program.
yeah.
So
yeah.
until 2027.
Yes.
So if it's good, if we got more Vietnamese, people applying for,
Yes, sure.
so
Yeah.
it might continue. So
Yeah, but I can tell you so far, this program up probably a little more than 2 months, and we have so far about 12 loans already, nationwide. So with that kind of number, we feel that this program pretty much appealing to the lender, because lender bank is the one who use our program.
right, because you're partner lender.
Yeah.
And is there a maximum amount of a loan that this program will?
This is same like other SBA loan. The maximum amount is $5 million, and the SBA provides 75% loan guarantee. So the maximum guarantee amount is $3.75 million. Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm a little bit confused, but because you already have like the 504, the 7A, so what makes this difference?
Mm-hmm.
Different from other programs? I think, well, maybe because I missed
Yeah.
something, but it's still the same.
Yeah, well, that's a very good question. Basically, as I said earlier about that, 504 program is a term loan to buy the building equipment, right? But oftentimes, small business may not need this kind of term loan. They may need a line of credit. Line of credit, basically, they can finance what we call a cash cycle lease. Basically, I need the money now so that I can buy the inventory, become AR, and then when I money back, I can pay down the loan. They don't want to get stuck with like few $1 million in the book, so they want to have a line of credit. But it happened that bank usually would prefer to do term loan. There are a number of reasons for that. Now, one of the reasons that the SBA term loan they can, because it's a government guarantee, they can sell to the secondary market to get some kind of premium, what I'm saying. But for line of credit, there's no way they can sell to the secondary market. And also, oftentimes, for line of credit, they are only secured by what we call a trading asset, which is account receivable and inventory. So this kind of collateral oftentimes is not appealing to a lender. Because let's say you finance a building, you see the hard collateral there. The building is there, right?
For inventory,
you finance equipment. The equipment is there, but you finance inventory, account receivable. This is kind of come and go, right?
Yeah,
so
yes.
that one of the reasons banks kind of don't really like doing that. Or even though they want to do that, I know I come from the banking community, so I know even though when banks want to do that, they still probably they still want to have a house, right? Want to have a house building to secure like a second support, but small business oftentimes may not have that.
Especially for small businesses.
Yeah, but with this line of credit, they don't have a house, but they have SBA guarantee. That's why I think this program makes
very good idea sense. Yeah.
I think the other thing you'd point out on the regular 7A, we have an express program, which is a line of credit, but it's only up to $500,000. So this is a much broader program, much more open to those larger businesses.
Thank you so much. Well, our first program is over. We'll start with a new one, the second program. And I will continue. I will do the translation of your explanation on the second program. Kính thưa quý vị, chương trình chúng tôi đến đây đã chấm dứt. Chúng tôi sẽ bắt đầu chương trình phần thứ hai của chương trình SBA Loan hôm nay. Xin cảm ơn quý vị đã theo dõi chương trình. Chúng tôi xin hẹn gặp lại quý vị vào chương trình thứ hai. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Pellson. We'll continue with the second program.
Thank you.
Thank you.